Hi, this is Tracy with DIY or Bust. I'm going to put my dryer vent in today, and it's going to go into the floor, over, and then out from under the house. I don't want to put it directly through the wall that goes out front because that's where I'm going to be sitting when I'm enjoying myself after the house is done. And I didn't want to go through the roof because no one wants to put holes in the roof if they can avoid them. So let me show you what I'm going to do. This is where my washer and dryer is going to be. It's going to be a laundry center, so it's like, I guess you could call it a stackable, but they don't come apart. It's just one washer dryer combo. So with the water supply lines here, and that's my drain, and that's the propane for the gas dryer. I think my only spot is going to be right here. And I looked under the house, and my joists do run this way. So I lucked out because this is not, this area here where I want to cut in is not going to be blocked by a joist. Here's my materials. I'm going to use my 3-inch hole saw to drill 2 or 3 holes to get that space that I need. And then I have a telescoping dryer vent. So this is the part that will go connected to the dryer. So this will, once I cut the hole, it's going to sit in there and go through. Then underneath, I will connect, I'll put that in to this piece. So it'll be through the house. And then I'm just going to run my vent line straight out and through. Got some work to do. This is being a little stinker. Let me explain. So I was able to use my hole saw, cut out that 2x4, cut through the plywood, but now my little multi-tool is too short. The blade the head can't get in there enough to get that plywood out. So I might have to do it from underneath, but we'll see. All right, we are underneath the bathroom. This is where the outlet is going to come, or is coming through the floor. And then it's going to turn and go down into this piece of vent pipe. I'm going to have to get another extender so that this actually goes to the inside. Sorry. This is supposed to go on the inside of this. So I'm going to have to squish it down and then put a strap on there and tape it. But I also need to get more of the vent. I only got one section. So I'm going to go back to the store. And I don't know how easily you can see, but I'm going to be cutting through that section of the house. So this part right here, you do not want to cut through. That is, you're not going to put a 4-inch hole in that. That would seriously be a bad idea. So I'm going to put a 4-inch hole there in the blocking between the joists. The dryer vent is installed. I added some galvanized straps because I think these plastic ones might not be so happy with the heat. And I guess we'll see. I think I need one more strap installed over there. And then I used the tin foil tape, aluminum tape, to tape up the pieces here, and there. Not very pretty, but practical. I trimmed down this top piece, which telescopes over onto the other piece. And I'm gonna leave it free for down so that when I install my dryer, I can make minor adjustments for the height. My main water supply is going to come in from here, and I'm going to have a T before my filters for my hose bibs, but I'm not going to worry about that right now. So I will have a 3-stage filter coming in and then up into the water heater, hot water out and to the manifold, and then this is cold water to the manifold. Propane line just needs the proper connector to get that hooked up and electrical connections. I've got my dryer outlet. This is my rodent-proof dryer outlet. Oh, apparently it's Tracy-proof also. There we go. And that, this lifts up when the air is blowing out and then just drops by gravity. when the air stops. So that keeps rodents out. I've got my spot for my 3 tanks, and I've labeled water heater, dryer, range. Here is the final result. This is the kitchen sink, hot and cold. Those will be covered up with some foam insulators, those guys right there. And coming into the bathroom, we've got 2 sides to this wall. Now, I did this on purpose. I put my manifold in the same wall as my toilet, sink, and shower to make it easier, because it's all in one wall. Well, it makes it easier, but it also makes it harder because it was a little tight getting all those hoses through and in, but they're done, and I'm very pleased with it. I'm really happy I used these copper stub outs. I've seen a lot of videos where people just take the tubing and run it out, and the tubing is the stub out, but then you've got this on the exposed, and so you don't want that. They say don't leave this open more than 15 days exposure to UV light. So I'm gonna have to cover this up or I'll have to cover up my windows. All right, so a few things that are not connected is my main hot water source in. I'm waiting for the proper connector for this. The Mana block did not come with the connectors for the 3/4 inch, only the 1/2 inch connectors. So I'm not very happy about that, but that's all right. I've got my white line is the cold coming in post filter, and the hot will come out of here. No, that's wrong. The hot will come into here from the water heater. Another thing worth mentioning is any unused ports need to be capped. So this is a test plug and just a 2-inch piece of PEX. I need to go get some more crimp rings for these 3, and then that will be done. Overall, this project was not what I expected. I really wanted everything to be beautifully arranged, you know, like Instagram perfect. Well, it's not. It works, but it's not pretty. And, you know, it doesn't matter if it's perfect or not. I'll probably never have to open the wall up, and hopefully never have to see these again. I will frame this so that I will have access to this from this side, which is my closet. That was another key reason why I put my wall here, so that I could, if necessary, access something from this side of the wall rather than having to tear out my shower. I also really found it hard to work with PEX. I was wrestling it, and it was not easy to straighten out. And that's probably the most disappointing thing, is it's got a lot of memory for that, you know, for when it's wound up on the roll. And that was disappointing that I couldn't make it look prettier, and it was just hard to manipulate. In the end, if it's not perfectly straight, doesn't matter. It just needs to work, and that's the most important thing. Thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and please comment and tell me what you think.